Here's the grid.
Abiwat Wangtananon, A1 Energy. Chip Nakarin, defending champion in 3. And Cameron Dunker for Motogo Yamaha race and ready to go. And the start could be crucial. And it's a good start from Hafizh Syahrin in the middle from P2. He made a good start, but he's been overtaken by Azroy Hakim. Azroy Hakim did very tight there. And Hafizh helps his way back into P2.
Yeah, he helps his way. It's quite a forceful bit of help there. But Abiwat back in fourth.
I was saying it was a surprise that he got up there. But have a look at that from Azroy Hakim Anwar.
That's not a surprise. What would be exciting is if Hafizh can maintain his biggest partner.
It's Aslan Shah. Aslan Shah's made a great start, and Abiwat's gone backwards. Aslan's got himself up into P5. Abiwat dropped from pole to P6. Gosh, that wasn't the plan. He's got himself up into P4.
Yeah, he loves a dogfight, so he'll be very much in the mix.
And these 1000cc's, they roar down this back.
That pattern, Nakarin holding on to P4 from Aslan Shah.
Well, as they go through at the end of the first of 12 laps, it's Azroy Hakim Anwar from Hafizh Syahrin Abdullah, and differentiating from the majority of those we expect to do well. Although Adam Noureddin also on the Suzuki, and the Aprilia of Akito Haga also taking the hard front enough. Make of that what you will. Hafizh is still chasing on the back of Azroy Hakim. Both of these have ridden this circuit multiple times. Zakwan as well, be so familiar with your circuit.
Yeah, Nakarin holding on well. Let's see what the two BMWs, now they are together. Abiwat just perhaps going through to take the advantage, become the lead.
BMW. Azroy Hakim leading at a very healthy pace.
First time out was at P4 for Abiwat in race 1 at Buriram. He crashed in race 2. Just see power wheelie there from Hafizh Syahrin.
Zakwan having a look once again on the inside as Chip Nakarin also keeps them honest. Haven't passed the start-finish line.
Well, it's a nice symphony, isn't it? Because you've got the Hondas, you've got the BMWs, you've got the Ducatis. So, yeah. I think it's a symphony. Other people might call it a cacophony.
It's getting to grips with things. The start might not have been great, but he's moving very nicely. And as you say, he's got ahead of Aslan Shah Kamruzaman, his teammate and the former ARRC 1000cc, the inaugural. If you want. We're keeping a close eye on him, but up at the front, Azroy Hakim has looked neat and tidy. Hafizh just gets a little bit out of shape. Lovely manoeuvre from Hafizh.
Yeah, Andy Farid putting in some good lap times as well. He's down in 7th. Or indeed 8th.
That this weekend. It's been very quiet. Without them shouting the odds or anything, they've been very quiet and looking confident.
Yeah, that's it. I think they've really got their heads down now to make it work. And it seems to be working.
Azroy. And again, is what happens when you know the circuit so well. You know virtually every little bump. The Hafizh seems to have the straight line speed, but not on this occasion. And behind, the sky blue livery of the BMW has moved up to P4, and that will be ominous for those ahead of them.
Last time around, yeah, Abiwat was the quick.
I mean, just said they looked all together. They've certainly lost a couple of places, have the Ducati.
Malaysian 1, 2, 3, but in a different order. And Abiwat.
De Haga on the Aprilia, not being able to make much of an impression. He's in P11. Joe Francis Victor Racing in P13. In P5, he's got Andy Farid and Kito Abe for company. Adam Noureddin not too far behind them on the Suzuki. Those front 9 broken away from Lachlan Epis and Kito Hage.
See Superbikes, his teammate behind him, and Hafizh pushing really hard. That Ducati moving around quite a lot. Abiwat coming up behind him.
Kilometers per hour. Everyone seems to be racing within themselves in this opening third of the race. Just making sure that they look after their tyres, that they're in contention.
That's the fastest yet, as he was catching up. Last time around it was, the quickest was Azroy.
The Hodal Taksim in P3. The BMW A1 Energy BMW racing team with Abiwat Wangtananon in 4. Chip Nakarin has a look on the inside of Abiwat as they come up the hill of turn 9.
A little nibble at the back of Aslan Shah's BMW.
5th season of these Superbikes. This one looks like it has the potential to races out there. Some serious firepower. Hafizh Syahrin tries to accelerate, use the power of the Ducati. Unable to get on the inside of Zakwan. No, he's not. Ooh. Zakwan goes a little bit wide and loses one place for certain. Just able to...
Well, on that bike.
Closes the door to prevent Zakwan getting in, and then is forced wide again. Hafizh.
Now Zakwan needs to switch again.
Like that.
And here comes Zakwan again. Ooh. It's a bruising encounter.
It certainly is, isn't it? Wonderful racing. Over the last 5 or 6 corners, 3, 4 changes of P2. And it's still not over there, because Zakwan is looking on the inside.
And
Make that here. Got to get this right, and out. The BMW of Apiwat Wangtananon.
Oh, that's rough luck. Rough luck for Apiwat. Mechanical failure. Oh, not under control is the rest of the podium battle, which is now 3-way between Zakwan, Hafizh and Nakarin. And I tell you who else is coming. Andy Farid's coming.
Indeed.
Just as he was getting to grips with how to ride that BMW quickly.
That's back-to-back DNFs now for Apiwat Wangtananon.
Yeah, crash at Bury Ram, mechanical this time.
Chip Nakarin has got in as well. He fancies a little bit of this party. And also Kito Abe is getting closer. Abe on the Honda.
Yeah, it's good work from Kita.
And also you saw there bike number 77, Adam Noradin. Just making sure he's trying to stay in contention. Well, he's not quite as close as I thought, but the SDG Hard Pro. Well, Kito Abe certainly.
A win for SDG in the hands of Yuki Kuni. And Kito Abe, big shoes to fill, but he's doing really well. And no holds barred here.
He's trying to force. There's so many different lines you can take on this wide circuit. It can be a little bit deceptive. And Hafizh looks to have worked that one out quite nicely, and he'll have a nice acceleration coming round. Hafizh.
All sorts of shapes for Nakarin, but he loves to do that. Loves to back it in. But he needs to watch out because those are in better shape than Nakarin's at this point. Kita Abe, good work from him.
Well, we're beyond halfway. Azroy Hakim Anwar has looked in imperious form a little bit further down. Yep. Bike number 12.
First time at Sepang for both these riders. I was a little surprised that Akita Haga hadn't been here before, but Cam Dunker is only 17, so he has
1.5 seconds. A long way to go. But even so, Zakwan holding on nicely in P2. Back-to-back P2s in Buriram.
To come back, having taken a little bit of a breather, maybe. Nakarin never takes a breather.
Oh, I think that's Chip Nakarin. Lost it completely. Remarkably.
He's a strong lad, I tell you.
And in the meantime, it takes one of the obstacles away from the guys chasing second place. But Andy Farid Isdahar suddenly comes into reckoning in races. He stayed out of problems, and now it gets interesting. 3.5 laps to go.
Yeah, you can see in the interview how confident he was, and he's looked relaxed and focused all weekend. And Zakwan Zaidi will be wanting. And as we reach the quarter stage of the season, Des, as you distressingly pointed out earlier, that's good news. But Hafizh has other ideas.
Hafizh has very different ideas, and Zakwan will be very aware. Hafizh, I think that is incredible from Hafizh Syahrin.
Yeah, Andy Farid Isdahar smells blood now. He can see that tyre wear is affecting Hafizh Syahrin. His tyres are in better shape. He hasn't been in the back.
Here's the catch from Hafizh Syahrin. It's a highlight in its own right. Oh, that's gone. Zakwan Zaidi out of shape into P2, and he's gone on the inside. Can he hold it? Oh, behind them, Andy for Hafizh Syahrin. Oh,
beautifully done. We saw it coming. Andy Farid, it's not done yet.
And we're back to where we were.
But
Wobble has certainly given him an adrenaline rush. He's still there, beating heart.
Yes. Zakwan really trying to consolidate that second place.
What a race. In the meantime, Azroy Hakim is more than 2 seconds clear. 2.5 laps to go.
And Andy Farid smells blood in the water.
Gosh, we've had 4 or 5 changes of position, maybe more, maybe double digits between these two, which is great news for Azroy Hakim Anwar.
So, well, how do we pick? We've got a 4-way battle, podium battle here. We've got Azroy in another postcode.
May well have suffered as well. Tyre degradation may well come into play in the final 2 laps. This has been a thrilling race, a thrilling battle for P2. Azroy goes through in P1. Hafizh Syahrin in P2.
Still think that Andy Farid is going to play his advantage with the tyres.
Apiwat Wangtananon out, but with the fastest lap. Hafizh Syahrin, his wife doesn't ignore that.
The missus needs the fan.
Brilliant, 2.5 seconds clear. This is the real battle though for P2. Hafizh Syahrin Zaidi and Andy Farid Isdahar and Kito Abe. You wouldn't want those 3 chasing you, would you?
No, you certainly wouldn't. But He's got a mature head on his shoulders, and as you observed, Des, he's been
not really been able to challenge for P4, not been able to get on the back of Andy Farid, because Andy Farid's got himself into P3. Is this another masterful piece of timing from Andy Farid? Is the harp. We see it.
But he's back in P4 at the moment, and they're only going to come around this turn one more time after this one.
Hafizh sticks as tight as he possibly can. Andy Farid has a look. That's the first of what will be many looks in this lap.
Yeah, you can bet. And Andy has the inside line.
And Abe into P4. Woo.
Abe hold that P4. A rare mistake from Andy Farid.
Zakwan then goes through ahead of Hafizh Syahrin, who has to stand up and now of his own right. Is the space around the outside? The answer is no. Will he get a toe? Hafizh chases Zakwan. Also, Kito Abe is there. What happens to Andy Farid? Takes the inside line. The win for Azroy Hakim. P2 goes to Hafizh Syahrin ahead of
Azroy. She's so glad it's over.
But Adam Noradin in 5 ahead of Andy Farid, who made that mistake in 6.
It was an error. I wonder if the error came from some kind of great P2 for Hafizh Syahrin.
Unbelievable P2.
Another podium, third podium of the season for Zakwan. He hasn't recorded a win yet, but this is really good for the championship.
That's Chip Nakarin coming through to pick a point.
Back to Zakwan. Hafizh helped him out a little bit by taking a few points away from him.
Well, Azroy Hakim Anwar is probably completely unaware. Anwar, first win of the season. And with Chip Nakarin, well, I did originally have him down.
Chip Nakarin to rescue what he can from that error.
Right, here's your result. Azroy Hakim, okay, he won. Hafizh somehow has picked up P2.